The example of Jabez, the prayer of expansion. The text explores the example of Jabez, highlighting his courageous prayer for the expansion of borders. The importance of seeking God in prayer, trusting in his ability to transform life, and the divine response to Jabez's prayer will be discussed. The text brings a motivational message of seeking a fulfilling and meaningful life, trusting in God to achieve prosperity and expansion. Who was Jabez and his circumstances? Jabez was an ordinary man who lived in challenging times. His name, causer of pain, suggested from birth that his life would be surrounded by adversity. However, Jabez did not allow his name to define his destiny. He chose to seek God and trust in his ability to transform his situation, took a courageous step towards God and made a bold prayer for the expansion of his borders. The prayer of Jabez. Jabez's prayer revealed his trust in God as the only one who could transform his life. He expressed his desire to be blessed and have his borders expanded so that he could experience a more significant and prosperous life. Jabez's prayer was not selfish or motivated by materialistic ambitions. It was a sincere pursuit of a fuller life and the possibility of making a difference in his world. In making this prayer, Jabez acknowledged his dependence on God and his ability to transform his situation. He understood that his own strength and resources were insufficient to achieve the expansion he desired. Therefore, he placed his trust in God as his provider and guide, seeking his divine intervention in his life. The divine response to Jabez's prayer was extraordinary. The Bible states that God granted what Jabez asked for. This reveals God's willingness to respond to the sincere and confident prayers of his children. God not only answered Jabez's petitions but also blessed him beyond what he imagined. The divine response in Jabez's life shows that when we seek God with sincerity, he can open doors, remove limitations, and lead us to a life of prosperity and purpose. This story teaches us that there is no limit to what God can do in our lives when we put our trust in him. Motivational message and practical application. The story of Jabez is a source of inspiration and motivation for us today. It encourages us to seek God in prayer, regardless of the circumstances we find ourselves in. No matter what challenges we face, God is capable of transforming our situation and granting us the expansion we seek. This story reminds us that we should not settle for mediocrity or accept the limitations imposed upon us. Instead, we should follow Jabez's example and dare to ask God for more. We can seek expansion in every area of our lives, spiritually, emotionally, in relationships, finances, and career. As we apply Jabez's example to our lives, we should keep in mind that the prayer of expansion is not a selfish pursuit of material wealth, but rather a search for a more fulfilling and meaningful life. We should seek God's will in our prayers, seeking his guidance and trusting in his plan for us. What can we learn from this story? The example of Jabez teaches us that when we seek God with sincerity and confidence, he can bless us and expand our borders. We should learn from Jabez not to settle for adverse circumstances, but to seek transformation through prayer. May we follow Jabez's example, seeking God in every area of our lives and trusting in his ability to lead us to a life of prosperity, purpose, and expansion. Help us spread this message. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like and comment.